Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, ladies, I will be showing you how to touch your man in his most sensual places. All right, the truth is that most women don't pay attention to details when sensually communicating with, their man. We think it's only about the joystick that he gets, really sensitive on, and maybe the nips. But we forget that he's a total human being with blood, flesh, and nerves. And so, just as we have so many areas that can get us pretty much aroused when stimulated, men too have more areas when you touch that gets them to lose their minds. And you're forgetting it. And these areas that we often neglect are the most sensitive because they have been untapped. Some men don't even get to know that some parts of their bodies are highly sensitive and can cause an instant erection or reaction. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you some of these places. And who knows, la la. This can be one of the reasons some men feel dissatisfied and they just run out and seek adventure with someone wild and adventurous. Do you know what I mean? It is probably because you haven't been able to get in tune with his most sensual body parts. You're refusing to see other areas. Most women are lazy in bed, and yet they want the best from the man. They expect him to be loyal. Look, men are sexual beings. Yes, they love food, but what keeps them going aside money is sex. And if they ain't getting that right dosages of tender, loving care, they are going to skate or worse still, endure you. But surprisingly, men have many erogenous body parts where they feel pleasure the most. And being a person who is very detailed and in tune with the art of body worshipping during foreplay, I could help you help your man feel special and erotic, so much so that even when you're not around, he's dying to have you get him laid. Even if he is seduced by another woman out there, he will feel shitty afterwards because no woman has been able to be more detailed than you have been. No woman can be. No woman has been able to go through those special areas on his bodies, on his body, I mean to say. So I will list these sensual areas where you could touch your man and he will definitely love it, except for the main ones that we already are familiar with, like the joystick, the knees, the infamous frenulum, We're not talking about those. We've talked about, them already. Okay, let's go. His ears. Now, I hope you all realize that the ears can be an erogenous spot here, and it is also for men too. So nibbling slowly on your man's ear will give him the chill and make him shiver with pleasure. So walk your way from his earlobe with the tip of your tongue. Trace the outline right here, all right? Until you take your tongue into the opening of his ears and just poke your tongue in there, poke it in and out, in and out. You just do it once or twice. You don't have to do it more than once. And make sure you aren't using saliva. Please, it's irritating leaving the ear wet with your saliva. Don't do it. Plus, you could also whisper dirty thoughts in a soft, sensual tone in your man's ears, and this will make him want to get it on. Do you understand? Like, I want to do more. Like, I love the taste of your ear. Now, behind the ear is also a neglected special sensual spot. So start by slowly breathing behind his ears and then licking it. See the reaction your man gives. He will absolutely love it because this is a highly sensual and erogenous zone that you've been neglecting. You can even bite the tip of his ear for, added effect and ask him how he likes it. How do you like it, baby? Always try to get feedbacks. Ask him, baby, do you like that? Tell me how you like it. Tell me how you want to be touched. Get that feedback, baby. You can't be working blindly on his body. You need to have that feedback. Then his butt, his backside, his butt. This is one of the places that people tend to miss the most. Men love it when their partners pay attention to their butt. You can massage your man's butt cheeks when performing oral, or when going down on him, or just turn him over on his tummy and position yourself on top of him, and get down to business, planting kisses on his cheeks. Of course, you have to do that with a man who is clean, a man who has taken his bath. And you could attest to the fact that he's an overall clean guy. Because some of these things that I am teaching you are pretty nasty and freaky. And you can't be freaky on a man who doesn't make his personal hygiene a priority. In fact, why date a man like that? So if you can, spread them little butt cheeks and wiggle your tongue up and down his crack. He will go bonkers for you. Because, like I said, women don't do much on their men. And these are the things that side chicks do to get your man. Side chicks are nasty freaks. Another thing that men love is when you dig your hand into his joggers or into his boxers or into his trousers, and then you rub his cheeks or caress them while he's in a state of rest. And don't forget to spank. You know what I mean? Oh, his inner thighs, ladies, is another central area. I tell you, the sensory nerves there are to die for. So you know what? Kissing and forming a suction on his inner thighs, close to the region near his package, it will make it hard for your man to breathe, because this zone is extremely sensitive and sensual. So to make him feel extra special, let your fingers linger there when you go down on him too. You could even caress the inner thighs while you give him a very slow, steaming, red hot head job. Then you glide your hands from there to the back of his thighs. That's if he is standing. And you caress your way to his butt cheeks. Squeeze them. Do all of that while your head is bumping and grinding his joystick. Mad sensation, I swear it. Now, your man's tongue is another area that is super sensitive. And of course, a little tongue action will do you and your man intense pleasure. It will definitely amp up the steaminess during the makeout session while preparing to go full base or full blown. You could actually start with it and, surprise him with a sloppy kiss. Now, I have taught you how to kiss in one of my videos, but there is a way you kiss a man and he could almost feel like his soul is leaving his body, because you're not just kissing lips to lips, but you're swirling and rolling your tongue with your mouths open, digging in and out with a smack. There's a way that you can make sloppy kissing look good without messing the face, of your partner with saliva. You have to make sure that your saliva is minimal, but you're not missing any inch of their tongue or their lips while kissing. You're kissing them like your life depends on it. You both lost and all in. And you could top it up with a light neck choke. You know what I mean? Now, his toes or fingers is another sensual place that you're neglecting. Now, before I go any further, like I said earlier, you can't be dating a man who doesn't have good personal hygiene, such that you find it difficult to lick him from head to toe. Mbanu, you cannot. If I am dating a man, I know that man is clean. All right, and I will make sure of it, because I am nasty. I'm freaky like that. I want no part of his body is a no-go area for me. So if you haven't come to terms with the fact that this man, his body is your map and you're going to go anywhere on him, then it must be a difficult ride between both of you, honestly. I don't know what it is like having such sexual experience with someone like that. So make sure that you're not putting your mouth on a dirty man. Make sure that you're not dating a dirty man. Make sure that he does his pedicure and manicure weekly. He's got clean toes and nails, because you are about to suck them big toes. You're about to suck them big toes and middle fingers, because that shit drives them nuts. So when you wrap your warm, wet mouth around his middle finger or big toe, it gives him the feeling or the imagination of you wrapping your mouth around his members. It makes him envision in his mind what it would be like to have that feeling around his member. Poof! Then his neck and back. See, a lot of times we forget that the neck and back of our men are very sensitive. These are the spots that can send him butterflies flying in his belly. Sometimes you could just go sit behind him, right? Make him sit with his back facing you, like so. Or he could even lean backwards to you, and then he can rest on your bosom. Then you start to plant kisses on his back, his shoulder, his neck, back of his neck. Make that smacky sound. The sound is a turn on, like that sound is a turn on. Roll your tongue from the base of his head to the base of his neck, assuming this is his neck, right? The base of his head to the base of his neck. Just be creative. Then play around the back of his ear, with your tongue still. Just play around his ears, his neck, his ear around here, the neck. And then while you're doing this, multitask. And then you could just cup his man boobs and play with his nips as well. So if you want to take it a notch higher, have him without his clothes on. Then from behind, right, you could grab his member and then you stroke till he comes while he's just resting on you like a big baby. Do you get the picture? I'm sure you do get the picture. Anyways, as for the back, you know how sensitive the back is. Just have him lay on his stomach, and then either you use a feather to run through his back while you plant kisses on it, or you just plant slow intentional kisses. Now don't forget the side. Don't forget the sides too. Here, the sides, they're ticklish, and when handled sensually, it could provoke, the desired result. Oh, last but not the least, the back of his thighs. Here, the back of his thighs. Turn your hands through it. Kiss it. Play with it. Run your hands through it and cup his back cheeks. And just go crazy on him. And love upon him. He deserves it. Okay? If he's been a good man, he deserves it. So we stop here. Until my next episode of Juiciness, my name remains Jane Lawrence. Don't you forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a video here. I'll be right back tomorrow, okay? Mwah.